we have a celebrity guest for you guys now. No, not really, but she has a celebrity name. She should be a celebrity though, based on our progressive politics. Joining me now, Courtney Love. She is running for Tacoma City Council candidate. So obviously in the state of Washington, named Courtney Love. Fine, not that Courtney Love, but Courtney, welcome to the Young Turks.
Thank you for having me.
Great to have you here. Now I know you're not that Courtney Love because we testified together in the state of Washington, Olympia, on getting money out of politics. And so I appreciate that you supported that Wolfpack resolution there. That's fantastic. But you've got your own issues in Tacoma. So first, let's talk about what are the different issues in Tacoma that led you to run in the first place, and then we'll talk about your specific race.
So the big three are the ICE detention center at the Port of Tacoma, the LNG facility at the Port of Tacoma, and the privatization of the first public broadband system in the United States here in Tacoma. It's under threat of privatization through lease.
So look, we deal with this at the congressional level all the time. So this is obviously a much more local issue, but you're running against a Democrat, and local papers endorsed him, and they say, well, he's a perfectly fine centrist Democrat. So Courtney, why bother even running against him if you've already got a Democrat in that race?
Well, it's a nonpartisan race, so it's not officially Democrat v. Democrat, but I don't agree with his votes. So, and that's what matters, not their endorsements.
So how about on those three issues? How about the detention center?
He takes money from Geo Group, and he takes money from Puget Sound Energy, who is the LNG facility. And he takes money, we also have a huge homelessness issue and housing issue in Tacoma, like everywhere. And he also takes money from real estate. So I feel that his votes aren't in line, or his votes are in line with his donors and not with the citizens.
Our system's so broken. I mean, that's why you went to go testify to get money out of politics. Geo Group, that's the private prisons. So
yes.
If you have a detention center in your area and you're taking money from people who run detention centers who have a financial incentive to lock up not just non-citizens, but citizens, and to make money off of taking away their freedom, it's just outrageous to take money from them.
They even have a lawsuit against the city. So I believe it's 8 out of the 9 city council members currently take money from Geo, a business that is suing the city. I feel that that's inappropriate. And I am here to represent the people because Tacoma needs love.
I can tell from the signs behind you. Our system needs love. Our system needs repair. I didn't know that. 8 out of 9 people on the city council take money from the company suing the city.
Yeah.
I can't take how outrageous that is.
Yeah. So we have the same issues that most of the nation do, and then the housing, the opioid epidemic, all of that. But then we have these very national discussions, fracking and detention centers, all coalescing here in Tacoma. We also have some of the lowest voter turnout in the state in Tacoma, Pierce County. And so I see Tacoma and Pierce County as ripe for revolution. All they need to know is that I exist and that they have an option finally. So I am looking for a little support here at the end, and we can get the message out that they have an option, and I think we can rally the masses here in Tacoma.
So by the way, it's electcourtneylove.com. So that's easy to remember, right? electcourtneylove.com. And he broke a record for how much money he raised, right, for this race?
Yes, he's raised more than anybody else running for city council, and probably ever. He's well over 60,000.
No, I read over 80,000.
Oh,
he said 82,000 now. What is it in a place that's relatively small like Tacoma for a city council seat? What do you spend $82,000
on? On signs and staffers, I suppose, but I don't think he's going to use it all. There's not enough to spend on. But he has support from all over. Not only does he have a voting record that I don't agree with, he also he's been called Pierce County political royalty because his mother is the state auditor and his father is a former judge and current port commissioner at the Port of Tacoma. So we've been voting for McCarthy's for a very long time, but I'm done with the McCarthy era. We're moving into the land of love.
I like how you keep throwing love into all those sayings.
If you got it.
So, yeah, look, if I was not bothered enough by the guy, now you tell me that, oh, no, he's considered royalty in the area. Oh, I do declare, has Lord McCarthy decided that he is owed that seat? What's his position on fracking?
He hasn't said, he thinks that we need to move away from fossil fuels, but his votes don't show that. Also, he's quick to respond that the city can't order a supplemental environmental study, environmental impact study, but the activists who have been researching this for the last 4 years insist that Tacoma, as the lead agency, does have the right to order an SEIS. And so my goal is to get to the bottom of that. I will certainly advocate for it. I've also heard from city council adjacent people that the best way to stop the LNG plant from being put into business is through the Puyallup tribe. We have one of the most urban Native American tribes. Tacoma is on their land. And so they're fighting the LNG facility on their treaty. These lands are theirs by treaty. So the Puyallup tribe probably has the most impact, but they're trying legal means. The attorney general could do something, and the governor could do something, is what I've been told is the most likely paths to success here. But he advocates for. He's not. It's hard. He doesn't. It's politics. He toes the line. He won't fight the LNG plant. He knows that fossil fuels are destructive to our future, but also we have fuel needs. It's just like, where do you stand? Can you stand?
I get it. Yeah, political figure. Got it. So one more policy question for you, Courtney. So I read these stunning facts that since 2013, the median home price in Tacoma has nearly doubled from $158,000 to $314,000. That's not since like 1913. That's since 2013. And rent has gone from average of $930 for a 2-bedroom apartment to $1,500. So I don't know how anybody can afford that, especially in Tacoma. But so what would be your proposal to try to alleviate that problem?
So I do support rent control. Unfortunately, the state of Washington has laws against rent control. So part of what I would be doing is using my position as a bully pulpit to encourage our state legislature to make changes to that law. We also have the most regressive tax system in the United States. So again, that's at the state level. It would be me whipping votes and rallying people to make those changes. And we also need to other tenant rights. Tacoma has become a sleeper community for Seattle. So Seattle has the higher income and we're close enough for people to commute for work. And so we need to build up local business opportunities for Tacomans and at living wage, with a living wage with a capped rent. So we need, I think those are the two magic things: rent control and a living wage, and we'll be set.
Okay, and how about progressive groups? I noticed the Our Revolution button. So how do folks know that you're the more progressive candidate?
Mostly by my big mouth, but yes, I've been endorsed nationally by Our Revolution, the state group, Our Revolution Washington Bernie Kratz Coalition. I happen to be the vice chair of. Our Revolution Pierce County, I happen to be the chair of, has also endorsed me. Surprise. And I've also been endorsed by the Tacoma Democratic Socialists of America, and I'm very proud of all of those. And also the 29th Legislative District of Washington, which is one of the poorest districts in the state and the one that I currently live in. So I feel like I have the nitty-gritty hard workers endorsing me, and I'm proud of it.
Courtney, last question. Have you ever met the other Courtney Love?
I have not, but I I have friends of friends who know. Well, I have a mutual friend with the inspiration for "Smells Like Teen Spirit."
All right, we'll take it. And maybe if you become a city councilman in Tacoma, maybe you'll get to meet her.
Indeed, and I look forward to meeting any of that Nirvana adjacent crew.
Nirvana adjacent.
I admire them.
Progressives might be Nirvana adjacent if you win.
Okay. I think so.
All right, electcourtneylove.com is the website. Those are all the links. We'll have them down below in the description box if you're watching later on YouTube or Facebook. Courtney, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
The TYT Plus app is now available on iOS and Android. Download to get more TYT content at tyt.com/app.